I just love getting new gold and silver in the mail. Let's unbox this and see what's inside as we explore. It's not too often that I do an unboxing video on this channel, but my excitement just got the best of me and I decided to do it now. So let's take a look and see what's inside here. This is a little bit strange. Wonder what's up with that. Get a little nervous here. Okay, I don't see the invoice anywhere. What? There's nothing in there. Oh my goodness. That is the fear that we all have. That's not good. Well, this is something that has been happening more and more lately, and we're going to talk about the biggest fear that we have as stackers of getting a package in the mail that has been tampered with and literally the contents stolen out of them. What do you do in that case? Well, that's exactly what's been happening lately here. With the allure of buying gold coins from familiar warehouse retailer like Costco might seem appealing, numerous reports suggest that caution is warranted. In multiple instances, Redditors have reported receiving empty packages from Costco and have voiced their frustrations and concerns. There is a thread on the forum there that said they reported receiving an empty box despite signing for delivery in person from UPS. The box appeared opened and resealed, leaving nothing but an empty bag. After contacting Costco, the customer faced a multi-day investigation before potential resolution. In another thread, about a year ago, somebody had ordered multiple gold bars but found one missing upon delivery. Despite having video footage of the package being opened, they encountered considerable hurdles and delays in securing a resolution from Costco, ultimately resorting to disputing the charge with the credit card company. I tell you what, for those of us in the precious metals community that have YouTube channels, our unboxings in the past, which used to be all the rave on these videos, well, typically that served as evidence if there was ever such a thing that were to occur. But the thing is who's at fault here? And there is another subreddit that where a similar scenario was reported. A replacement shipment for a damaged gold coin arrived completely empty, again causing prolonged customer service delays and frustrations. The problem isn't isolated to UPS deliveries either. There is somebody else who has shared an experience involving FedEx, in which a supposedly secure package arrived crushed and coinless. These stories highlight continued problems with Costco's fulfillment processes, showing that even well-known retailers can have significant security lapses when dealing with high-value items like gold coins. And it's not unique to Costco. While incidents of receiving empty packages appear notably frequent with Costco purchases, similar events sometimes occur even with reputable bullion dealers. And I tell you what, it is something. And I know the sponsor of this channel, Summit Metals, they're very careful about their packages, and they film all of them. And of course, they also test their precious metals too. So you want to be able to have a bullion dealer that you can trust. But what happens after it leaves their hands? We're going to talk about that later in the video as well. But check out summitmetals.com. You will notice they have great customer service and very competitive prices as well. An up-and-coming and fast-growing bullion dealer out there for sure. And periodically, what happens is these groups, like in the Reddit community, they periodically document cases where packages from well-known dealers arrive damaged or empty. Most dealers carry insurance against theft and have a process for handling these issues swiftly and transparently. And they also have to keep in mind that sometimes there is fraud that can happen from the customer too. So they find that there's a very thin line there with regards to that. So you have to be very careful. Because, where do you prove? How do you prove that a package has been tampered with? it really does boil down to a video, which means it may not be a bad idea to film your unboxings so that at least you have proof, video evidence of it. And I must be remiss because I don't do unboxing videos anymore. They aren't really all that popular, but these days. But I might do it again just for my own self protection there. That's one thing too. But let's say that it occurs. Well, what do you do? Who is at fault? Could it be that the postal delivery person cut it open? Could it be that somebody else at the bullion dealer took it out of the package after it was boxed up, after it was filmed, and then sent it out? I don't know. I guess you would think that once it does hit the postal or the carrier, that it would be checked there as well too. And obviously there's weights tied to these, obviously. And so weighing the package is another option that can be done, I think, in some ways to protect the bullion dealer so that they can be not held liable for such a thing. Because these things do need to be investigated. Some dealers take things a step further, not only by filming the unboxing, but what they will do, like Summit Metals does, they label packages with fictional company names unrelated to precious metals. Examples commonly cited on forums include such as ABC Supply Company, Fulfillment Warehouse LLC, others like Bearings, like a Bearings Company LLC, so it's metal, but it's it's not. But the thing is some of these companies use the same name over and over again, and word gets out. I think they ought to switch it up from time to time too. ABC Supply Company, sooner or later somebody's going to say, well, that might be an SD Bullion package or JM Bullion or what have you. I think they ought to switch it up and use different names from time to time. But most dealers also make sure that the coins inside the box are secure and don't rattle around in the box. It's extremely important, obviously, because that sends a sign to whoever thief is out there. Hey, this is a tube of Eagles. We're going to go ahead and grab it out there. It's heavy and it sounds like coins inside there, so they take it out. These deliberate efforts reduce the likelihood of theft or tampering during transit. Numerous complaints over the past year suggest that when an issue occurs, there is often a lack of immediate customer support responses, which involve extended investigation periods and the stress of missing high-value items. While Costco offers competitive prices, specialized bullion dealers ensure better customer service. Indeed, they do. And I made that point in a prior video about Costco, because Costco is not a precious metals dealer. You're not going to get the level of support and understanding that you would from a regular bullion dealer, no matter who that may be. And by the way, I have no problem with people buying from Costco. I've bought from Costco before. And of course, when I buy from Costco is when they have them there in the store and you can see them there, but I've never ordered from them online. But apparently it's an issue there. But anyways, and so many of the largest online bullion dealers such as APMEX, SD Bullion, and bullion exchanges handle thousands of precious metal transactions daily. They understand the nuances of precious metals and mitigate risk related to packaging and shipping. And indeed, they do. And Summit Metals as well is amongst them. And they've got really some good packaging they've done lately. And choosing reputable gold dealers and silver dealers who prioritize discreet and secure shipping helps to ensure your precious metal investments remain safe and secure. Costco's efforts in gold and silver coins prices might appear attractive, but the recurring problems with missing empty packages raise red flags that consumers should consider. Now, it's not just limited to Costco, as we've mentioned. This can happen, and I know that some people have mentioned packages missing. There was a very big controversy a number of years ago with APMEX and a member of this community who doesn't post as much these days, and so who is the fault? Is it the post office? What happens if a situation like what I showed at the beginning of this video were to occur? Who is to blame? And how can you prove it? How can you really prove it? Even if I unbox it and videotape the unboxing and I see that some other tape has been applied, well, I don't know if that was the fault, if that was maybe a packaging problem. Maybe the dealer realized they made a mistake and then repackaged it. to correct a mistake. You never know. Or else you could be blamed when filming the video, saying, well, you orchestrated that, and you who filmed it, you the customer, very well could have done it. And, just like I did, I've staged that, obviously. So there's a number of different ways. Video proof is not always proof. And so your biggest fear is not being able to prove something, and the bullion dealer has video proof of boxing it up and shipping it out. That is, I think, one of the biggest fears, a sunken feeling in your stomach where there's no one to blame and there's no compensation, especially if you're spending over $3,000 for one of these. It's just, it makes your stomach sink thinking about such a thing. That is some of the risk. That is one of the counterparty risk with ordering. So you want to make sure that you're ordering from somebody who you do trust, and that it gets to you, and that you don't have somebody that is stealing it in transit in some way, in some manner or form. I don't know what kind of procedures are at some of these, the post office, FedEx, UPS, whatever. I don't know how they are able to prove that they didn't take it or not. That's the thing that really scares me. Nonetheless, we still make orders, and these situations are rare, although it sounds like they're more commonplace with Costco than bullion dealers. So that is just word to the wise. And I don't want to discourage people from ordering online, but this is one of those cases where it's a good idea as well to develop a relationship with your local coin shop as well. So there that is. Now, if something like this were to occur from a reputable bullion dealer, and they know that it's not their fault, more likely that probably they will work with you in some way to help really truly investigate this, and whether or not because they're the ones that are essentially the customer of the shipping agency. So they will probably launch a complaint through the shipping agency because somewhere along the way you didn't get your package, which means that they didn't get the service that they paid for. So more likely they would take the effort to do that for you on your behalf. So I think that is where I would probably start if that happened to me. But nonetheless, scary thing out there. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section down below. I'd like to extend a multitude of gratitude to each and every one of you for taking the time to watch this video. I've got 2 others up here I want you to check out after this, and encourage you to please rate, share, comment, and subscribe.